Have you ever wondered what makes some women in Asia truly fall in love with foreign men, not for money, not for fame, but for something deeper? Maybe it starts with a shy smile across a crowded market or a simple hello that turns into hours of conversation under the city lights. Or maybe it's destiny, two worlds meeting by chance, yet meant to find each other. Across Asia, love doesn't wait for translation. It flows through busy streets and quiet temples, through eyes that see beyond skin color, beyond language, beyond borders. Every single day, hearts connect in the most unexpected places: a cafe in Hanoi, a beach in Cebu, a lantern-lit night in Chiang Mai, a sunset wedding in Bali. For some, it's a search for understanding. For others, it's a bridge between cultures, between tradition and freedom, between expectation and choice. But when you look closer, you'll see that these love stories are not about escape. They're about courage. The courage to love differently, to step outside the rules, to write a story the world might question, but the heart will always understand. Asia's love stories aren't fairy tales. They're real, raw, and profoundly human. They remind us that love, when genuine, speaks louder than any language and travels farther than any plane ticket. Today, discover Globe Places. Top 10 invites you to explore 5 extraordinary countries where love truly crosses oceans, where hearts speak louder than passports, and where every glance, every smile tells a story that could only happen here in Asia. 5. Vietnam. The land of gentle strength. Vietnam. The land of gentle strength. A place where elegance meets resilience, and where love often begins not with words, but with gestures, a shared umbrella, a gentle laugh, a bowl of noodles under the rain. Vietnamese women are admired across Asia for their grace, independence, and quiet determination. They carry the strength of generations, women who worked the fields, raised families, and built futures, yet they do it all with a tenderness that never fades. With silky black hair, warm almond eyes, and a smile that could brighten even the grayest Hanoi afternoon, they embody both softness and inner fire. For many Vietnamese women, love isn't measured by wealth or luxury. They don't dream of mansions or diamonds. They dream of emotional stability, of being seen, heard, and respected. What they seek is mutual respect, not material comfort, companionship, not control. Many in the younger generation grow up educated, ambitious, and global-minded, yet still grounded in the tradition of family first. This unique balance of modernity and heritage makes them extraordinary partners for foreigners seeking real connection. Why do Vietnamese women fall in love with foreign men? Often it's not about escaping poverty or chasing a passport. It's about discovering emotional equality. Many admire the way Western men express affection openly, listen attentively, and share responsibilities at home. In a society where modesty and duty are valued, this openness feels refreshing, a sign of genuine partnership. There's also curiosity, a fascination with learning new cultures, raising bilingual children, and blending two worlds into one home filled with laughter and shared stories. For travelers and expats, Vietnam offers not just love, but lifestyle. A couple can live comfortably on $700 to $200 a month. In Da Nang, you can rent a cozy apartment for around $350 to $600, enjoy delicious bowls of pho for just $2 to $5, and wander through night markets glowing with lanterns, music, and street food. The cost is low, but the quality of life, the smiles, the food, the warmth is priceless. David, a traveler from Canada, found this warmth one rainy evening in Hoi An. The lanterns glowed faintly through the mist as he ducked into a small riverside cafe. Behind the counter stood Lynn with a soft smile and curious eyes. She handed him a cup of coffee, and when he spilled a few drops trying to stir it, she laughed, that easy, honest kind of laugh that erases distance. Days later, she invited him to the night market where he struggled to use chopsticks until Lynn gently guided his hand. Then, when the rain returned, David took her hand and spun her in a slow, clumsy dance under the flickering lanterns. No words, no promises, just two strangers dancing barefoot in the rain, perfectly in sync. That's how love often begins in Vietnam, not with grand gestures or perfect plans, but with something small and real. A smile, a cup of coffee, a moment that lingers long after it ends. For visitors or retirees, Vietnam is equally welcoming. The tourist visa is simple and flexible, 30 to 90 days with easy extensions, and for those wishing to stay longer, the region offers accessible retiree programs nearby, such as the SRV in the Philippines, making Southeast Asia an ideal haven for long-term living. In Vietnam, love doesn't need grand declarations. It's simple, like a shared bowl of pho after a long day, warm, comforting, and real. It's a kind of love that stays with you long after the journey ends, soft on the outside, strong on the inside, just like the people who call Vietnam home. 4. Cambodia, where loyalty meets resilience. Cambodia, a land where time moves slowly and love is often written not in grand gestures, but in quiet devotion. Here beneath the golden light of Angkor's temples, loyalty is not just a virtue, it's a way of life. Cambodian women are known for valuing family above all else. They are gentle, yet grounded, modest, yet resilient. Life has not always been easy here, but that's exactly what makes their hearts strong. They've learned to endure, to love deeply, and to dream even in hardship. Her long black hair and soft Khmer accent hide a story of quiet strength. She knows how to survive, how to love, and how to hope. Many Cambodian women carry within them the wisdom of their ancestors, patience, grace, and kindness, yet they're also influenced by the modern world. The younger generation scrolls through Korean dramas and Western films, drawn to new expressions of romance. Still, their souls remain rooted in Khmer tradition, loyalty, respect, and the belief that love is a commitment, not a convenience. Why do some Cambodian women marry foreigners? Often it's not for luxury, but for security and peace of mind, a steady life where they can build a future free of fear. In a country where financial struggles and gender imbalances still persist, many see in foreign partners a sense of stability, emotional openness, and kindness that contrasts with traditional gender norms. They admire the way foreign men communicate love, not just through money, but through care, patience, and attention. For them, it's not about escaping Cambodia, it's about finding a love that feels safe, balanced, and genuine. Living here is surprisingly affordable. A couple can live comfortably on $900 to $200 per month. In Phnom Penh, a modern one-bedroom apartment costs around $350 to $500, and meals, whether traditional amok curry, kui, tiv soup, or fish from Tonle Sap, are delicious and inexpensive. The Cambodia. My second home CM2 visa allows foreign investors to stay for 10 years, with a $100,000 property investment, even opening a path to citizenship after 5. For retirees and long-term travelers, it's a peaceful and promising home base in Southeast Asia. But beyond numbers and visas, Cambodia's real charm lies in its people, in their laughter, humility, and quiet faith. And sometimes love stories here begin just like this one. Michael, an architect from Australia, came to Siem Reap to study temple restoration. Every afternoon, he would stop by a small cafe near the old market where Sophia, a local teacher, worked part-time. She would greet him with a smile and a shy hello, her English soft but sincere. One evening, as the sun sank behind Angkor Wat, he invited her to share dinner, a plate of amok curry under the glow of lanterns. They talked about history, dreams, and the future. For Sophia, His gentleness felt different, not distant, not dominant, but equal. For Michael, her quiet strength and loyalty reminded him what love is supposed to feel like: steady, patient, real. Now, when twilight falls in Siem Reap, you'll often see couples like them. Two people from different worlds sharing laughter and food under ancient temple lights. Proof that even in lands shaped by sorrow, new love still blossoms quietly but powerfully. Cambodia doesn't shout about love. It whispers it in loyalty, in laughter, and in resilience, shared between two hearts brave enough to begin again. 3. Indonesia, where hearts dance to island. Rhythms. Indonesia. A symphony of sea, wind, and soul. A place where every island tells a different story, and every woman is a world of her own. From the calm grace of Bali to the ambitious spirit of Jakarta, Indonesian women embody the diversity of a nation made up of more than 17,000 islands. Wherever they live, they hold close to three sacred values: faith, family, and freedom. Indonesian women are petite, radiant, often with naturally sun-kissed skin and eyes full of laughter. They blend traditional modesty with modern elegance, a balance of devotion and confidence, spirituality and sophistication. One day, you'll see them wearing the traditional kebaya at a temple ceremony. The next, they're in a crisp business suit at the office. That harmony between old and new is what makes them so captivating. Graceful, yet grounded, traditional, yet free. So why do Indonesian women often marry foreigners? For most, it isn't about money, it's about curiosity and connection. They long to explore the world, to experience relationships built on equality and open communication. Many see Western men as more romantic, open-minded, and less controlling qualities that make them feel respected and free to be themselves. Cross-cultural marriages thrive in places like Bali and Yogyakarta, where love, art, and faith intertwine beautifully. Here, couples from different worlds build homes together, learn each other's languages, and grow within the vibrant rhythm of island life. Life in Indonesia is as warm and gentle as its people. A couple can live comfortably on $800 while on $400 per month. In Bali, a one-bedroom apartment costs around $450 or $750, while local meals like nasi goreng or mie ayam are just $1.50, $3. For retirees, the Pension Kitas visa offers a simple path available for those aged 55 and above, requiring only a $1,500 deposit and renewable annually, making Indonesia one of Southeast Asia's most welcoming destinations for both love and long-term living. On a quiet morning in Ubud, as sunlight filters through the palms, Ayu, a local woman, places a flower on her family shrine. Beside her stands Mark, a man from the Netherlands who crossed oceans to be with her. She closes her eyes and whispers a prayer for peace, for happiness, and for the man who found his heart on this island. Mark watches her in silence. He doesn't need to understand the words. In that moment, he feels it, the respect, the faith, and a love that transcends language. In Indonesia, love is never rushed. It flows slow and deep, like the ocean that surrounds every island, timeless, tender, and endlessly alive. 2. Thailand, the smile that stays forever. Thailand, the land of smiles, a country where kindness feels effortless and where love grows quietly like jasmine blooming at night. Thai women are known for their ability to blend traditional grace with modern confidence, creating a balance that feels both timeless and refreshing. They are caring, patient, and deeply loyal women who believe that love is not about speed or passion alone, but about endurance, respect, and shared peace. With warm eyes and an unshakable calm, Thai women have a way of making every home feel like a sanctuary. Their gestures are gentle, their words soft, but their hearts steady and unwavering. Raised in a culture shaped by Buddhist values, they often approach relationships with mindfulness and harmony. Whether she's a teacher in Chiang Rai, a businesswoman in Bangkok, or a craftswoman from the South, she carries herself with quiet dignity, never losing that genuine Thai smile. Many Thai women choose to marry foreigners not because of fairy tales or fantasies, but because of honesty and mutual respect. They value the emotional openness and consistency that Western men often bring the way they communicate love directly, keep promises, and value equality in a relationship. Socioeconomic motives once played a bigger role, but today most cross-cultural marriages in Thailand are built on connection, not convenience. The growing admiration for Western culture, particularly American and European men, also influences modern romance here, especially in cosmopolitan areas like Bangkok or tourist havens like Phuket. The cost of living in Thailand allows love to thrive without pressure. A couple can live comfortably on $900 to $1,500 per month. In Bangkok, a one-bedroom apartment costs around $500 $700, while in Chiang Mai, a favorite among expats, it's closer to $300 $450. Health insurance averages $50 $100 per month, and even private clinics deliver excellent care at a fraction of Western costs. For retirees, Thailand's retirement visa is one of the easiest and most popular in Asia. A 50-plus income of $2,000 month or savings of $24,000 renewable yearly, a gateway to long, peaceful living under golden sunsets. One evening in Chiang Mai, as the sun dipped behind the mountains of Doi Suthep, John, a photographer from the U.S., watched Nari, a Thai florist, light a stick of incense before her family altar. The sweet scent of jasmine filled the air. She closed her eyes and whispered a prayer, then smiled that serene, quiet smile that said more than words ever could. John had traveled through dozens of countries, but none had ever felt this gentle, this true. Later that night, they sat by the Ping River sharing street food and laughter as paper lanterns floated into the dark sky. In that moment, he realized something simple yet profound, that love here doesn't need to shout to be heard. It's enough to simply exist softly, like the scent of flowers in the warm night air. In Thailand, love smiles not in haste, not in grand gestures, but in stillness. Softly, patiently, forever. Chapter 1. Philippines. The heartbeat of the Pacific. The Philippines, a place where love feels like sunshine after rain, where laughter echoes louder than worries, and where every smile seems to come from the heart. Filipino women are the heartbeat of this archipelago, blending faith humor and unwavering family devotion into everything they do. They grow up in a culture that values connection and care, where people treat strangers like friends and family like treasure. Perhaps that's why love here feels so natural. It's woven into the rhythm of everyday life. With tan skin, expressive brown eyes, and a laugh that fills the room, Filipino women radiate a warmth that instantly feels like home. They are strong and selfless, often the emotional anchor of their families, yet full of joy and wit. They can handle challenges with humor, turning hardship into hope. Their fluency in English and exposure to Western culture, from classrooms to global workplaces, make it effortless for them to connect with foreigners. And in a country where karaoke nights, Sunday mass, and beach sunsets often blend together, of stories bloom in the most unexpected places, a classroom, a call center, or simply on a white sand shore. Many Filipino women marry foreigners because they dream of emotional and financial stability, but more than that, they long for shared growth and genuine partnership. They admire men who are respectful, affectionate, and dependable men who treat them as equals and bring out their best selves. The idea of building a family that bridges two worlds, east and west, excites them. It's not about leaving home, it's about expanding it. To them, love means building something lasting, something kind, and something real. The Philippines is also one of the most affordable and welcoming countries for cross-cultural couples. A comfortable lifestyle for two costs between $800 and $1,800 per month. Rent ranges from $300 $500 meals cost just $6, and the warmth of the local community comes free. For retirees, the Special Resident Retiree Visa (SRV) offers long-term living with simple requirements and full access to the country's tropical paradise. Combine that with modern hospitals, endless beaches, and English-speaking locals, and you'll see why so many people find love and stay. One afternoon in Cebu, Alex, a traveler from the UK, wandered through a seaside market lined with fruit stalls and fishing boats. There, he met Maria, who was selling ripe mangoes with a laugh so contagious that even the waves seemed to dance. As she handed him a slice, she began teaching him Tagalog words between bites. Salamat for thank you, mahal kita for I love you. He tried to repeat them clumsy but sincere, and she couldn't stop laughing. In that moment, Alex realized something beautiful. You don't need a perfect accent to be understood, only a genuine heart. That's the essence of love in the Philippines. Simple, honest, full of laughter and light. It's a love that doesn't measure distance or difference. A love that welcomes, forgives, and endures. The Philippines proves that love isn't about where you're born, it's about where you belong. From Vietnam's gentle strength to the Philippines' radiant warmth, one truth echoes softly across Asia: we doesn't need translation. It doesn't ask what language you speak, what passport you hold, or where you come from. It only asks for something simple: respect, patience, and a heart that listens. Because whether it's a quiet morning in Da Nang, a lantern-lit night in Chiang Mai, or a sunset by the shores of Cebu, love here is not loud, not rushed, not perfect. It's real. It's the kind of love that grows between cultures, between worlds, and somehow feels like it's always meant to be. Across this continent of smiles and storms, traditions and dreams, people still believe in love that lasts not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. So tell us, which of these countries touched your heart the most? Comment. Vietnam, Thailand, or Philippines below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay with Discover. Globe Places. Top 10. For more journeys where love, culture, and humanity meet in the most beautiful corners of our world.